Hi guys, welcome again to Mystic by Colette, the channel dedicated to helping you empower yourself, change your story, and find your I am. So this week is week 6, and the question or the theme for the reading is how to change your vibration. So let's get right to the reading, and here we go. So here's the setup for this week's card reading. Sorry to disappoint, guys. The orange calcite is not necessarily representing anything in particular. Just thought it was pretty. I went for aesthetics this week rather than energy. Now, the topic for this week is change your vibration. And the question came from one of the tribe members in some of the comments below was how do you change your vibration? You know, she was struggling with something, and after a little bit more contemplation, I thought that would be a good topic for this week. Now, just a reminder that if you do post comments and questions and ideas for future card readings, I have a personal message that I will prepare and send to you. Normally on the 15th of the month is when I do a lot of my mailing out to my Card of the Month members. So I will add that to one of my mailings this coming month. Okay, card number 1. All right, how do you change your vibration? This works quite well. Curiosity. So I am curiosity, and I'm going to just read the phrase below because people like to hear it, and they may not actually be able to read it clearly here. So it is through inquiry that we discover is the card's message. So that could be what you journal about. That could be what you use as a mantra, but it's certainly something to contemplate on. It is what we ask about. It's what we inquire about that helps us grow and expand. So as you are going through the question of how to change your vibration, you just ask, how do I change my vibration? You ask, you seek, you are curious about it, and you find the answers. So it could be in conversation with somebody, or just stay open. Actually, really just stay open, because I've had the biggest insights come from sitting in a coffee shop and listening to random words that come across from, the echoes in the room. And my messages come through, and I just sit and remain open. So I'm suggesting that that's certainly a way to be curious about what is going to come to you if you stay open. So that's the answer to what could be shifted or changed with regards to your question about how. Just stay open, be curious. Ask questions, but ask questions that are not limiting, ask questions that are expansive. And that's part of what we're going to be seeing here in the healing component of, yay, the healing component of the second card from the Mystic Journey deck. So blissful is card number 2, and you might find yourself being drawn to inquiring a little bit more about how to is representing your shifts in your vibration. So how to raise your vibration, okay? So I'm blissful is definitely something that is a part of that toolkit that we have, is if we stay optimistic and blissful and open, back to curiosity, it helps to raise our vibration. It helps to take us out of our depths. Now I'll tell you a little story, because my own personal story, I've suffered from depression, medication, the whole thing, and it's through doing something that I love and enjoy, including these cards, that I found myself not being depressed anymore and going, how did that happen? So I just stayed open, and I was curious about the things that made me happy and joyful, and I expanded on those, and that's part of what helped me through that dark area, that dark time. And there's so many things, so many beautiful bits of information out there about vibration, Stephen Hawkins has had a wonderful take on that. So certainly, if you're really interested about what emotions level, so if you're interested into what finding out more about what emotions and thoughts vibrate at what hertz or megahertz, whatever they vibrate at, you might, and you're scientifically minded or detail minded, you might want to look up his theory about energy and vibration and words and emotions. And we want to rise up on those levels of vibration. So I Am Rising is perfect right now as I think about it here. So I Am Rising is from the Mystic Men of Magic deck, and that deck is about action and awareness. So being aware that you can elevate yourself, being aware that the action is sometimes something that, quite often, something that comes from within. It doesn't actually have to be an aggressive thought or aggressive direction, or a lot of energy goes into it. You just need to elevate in this particular case. It's so funny because I mentioned elevating as, well, not funny, but I mentioned elevating prior to, even before I Am Rising came up here. So I Am Rising sits in the south, so that's fire. There's a phoenix, so that is definitely the representation or symbol of fire, rising up out of the ashes. Sometimes we need to destroy our old thought patterns in order to elevate our current thought patterns and energy. So that's quite fitting to changing your vibration question. The card is a hero card. Again, the story of the hero has been spoken about in previous readings, but just to recap very briefly, the hero is not somebody who is, a hero because he chooses to be a hero. Quite often they're, thrust into a story that they didn't even realize was theirs, and they become bigger and more expansive because of their experience. So when you want to raise your vibration, you just got to step authentically into your situation and face it, and allow the challenge to make you stronger, and find out why for yourself, why you've gone through this experience. I mean, I couldn't even tell you the many times I've asked myself why depression was part of my life for such a long time. And I now know that it's part of what gave me the tools to help others who are going through some, not dark night of the soul, because, that's so dramatic, but just struggles. And I love the fact that the cards here are speaking about elevating yourself, and through fun and curiosity, and not being tied down to old patterns. Okay, so in a few seconds, I'll rejoin you guys and we will speak a bit more about aspects of this reading. So how was that for everybody? So if you have any comments, questions, or feedback, please comment below. Just a reminder that this week's question or theme came from a question that Kathy sent. And Kathy, you will be getting a personal message from me. I may have mentioned that already, but just a reminder that if you do make a comment or put a question specifically about, a topic that you would like to have me address in one of the card readings, I will be following up with personal messages, just like the ones I send to my monthly card members. That usually comes out around the 15th of the month, so expect something about that time. So once again, we're going to review the cards that came up for this week, and the first one was I'm going to just switch this up a bit. So I Am Curiosity, and the wings are about, I think I didn't mention that in the reading, but I think that the wings represent the freedom when, to be curious and to rise up because you keep yourself positive. Okay, so just the second card was I Am Blissful from the Mystic Journey deck. And the symbol is air. We didn't speak about that actually, but that's also part of, what rises you up is the energy of imagination, creativity, which is what air represents, your thoughts, how you control your thoughts, helps to raise your vibration. And last but not least, we have the hero from the Mystic Men of Magic cards. And the hero, it was in the south, as represented by the compass point markings there. And we are talking about fire, and of course the alchemical component of fire speaks about, removing what doesn't serve anymore. Think about how sometimes you have to burn away brush for new growth to come. All right, so that's part of that, but also the hero archetype was represented here, and there's more about the hero in the actual reading. So thanks again for tuning in this week. Comment below. If again, I am sending personal messages to people who have helped me expand on my channel and the questions and the themes. I have fun doing this, but it's more fun if I know I am helping. So give me some feedback. Appreciate it all. Thank you for being here.